Hey, we're back. So my internet died and I had to reset the modem. I'm back. I'm back. Modem failure. Lots of non-blinking lights. Morgan, we should have had you on a stream to give the pre Grand Lake juice. You could give up all your juice for free. Will Davis Jr. couldn't get the three-peat. He didn't win today. Who won? Was it an old timer throwing a beetle spin? I hope. What was he doing? Probably dry by now. Last guy's winging right now. Hello, Bobby. We're back. We're back. Uh, much better. Yeah, I don't know. Did the screen just go black? What happened? Because it showed that the chat was. Yeah, I showed all the baits, and then I realized that nobody was on. So sorry. Show and tell's over. Y'all were talking, but I couldn't see it. Yeah, that was. It said the chat has been disconnected, and I kept waiting for it to come back. And I was talking, and I was like, well, maybe they can hear me, but they just can't talk. No. So then I went to the modem and gave it the old think. But we'll get to the baits. I got dirty on some. I'll be honest. Down and dirty. I figured going into today that Blake Capps or Will Davis would win. Will Davis was swimming a jig behind docks. Well, I'll be damned. That doesn't seem like it's that too crazy. AJ, why didn't you do that shit? Sounds pretty standard. Y'all must not have fished shallow enough. Do you think that could have been the case? With a fish shallower than you would expect? I don't swim jigs, I just flip them. What about when you make a big like a bad pitch and then you reel it in real fast? You never got smoked like that? Daniel, Sports Highlights, what's up? Blake Capps is a local. We fish against him all the time, and his brother. I had a strange bait request today. Round body Lee Sisson, which I thought were junk, but apparently not. This gentleman, he had the pics to prove it. Bobby, do share. Share with me. We fished shallow, probably just found the right docks. Maybe, yeah, maybe he was targeting specific docks around the lake where, like, the back third of a pocket would have fish in it, or certain criteria for his pattern, maybe. That'd be interesting to know what his what made the docks, if it was a specific area that he just rotated in one area, like the same docks, or if he had a pattern that he could go to any dock. Or what area of the lake if he was in, or if he fished places that you fished, which would be even more interesting. Did y'all ever see him? Yes, Johnny, Grand Lake. Hello, Ryan Thiel. Lovely to see that beautiful 316 in your thumbnail. Blake Capps won. There you go, Morgan. The Messiah, Chris Johnson had a tough time too. My buddy Bo Quinney, I don't know what happened to him yesterday. He had 11 pounds the first day, 12 pounds the first day, something like that. 11 or 12 pounds the first day. He was in like 30th, 40th, something like that. Then he zeroed yesterday, almost like he broke down or something. I don't know. Bobby, send me the juice. I want to know about this sisson, and if you got an explanation about why this sisson was desirable. It is interesting. Just tell us, Bobby, who is this person, and why do they want this Julatong bait? Oh, the juice. Okay. And then I got to run because the mother-in-law has to go early today. I'm going to try not to touch these. Focus. Focus your damn camera. Oh, it wanted to. I'm trying to hide the light. There's a little blue iridescence you can probably see in the bars. There's some subtleties that probably most people would not notice. Under the scales is bone. There's a little wisp of blue on the cheek, and there is a little wisp of green on the nose. Very, very subtle, but it's there if you're looking. But this is one of my favorite colors for this time of year, so that's why I did it. And it's a clear water thing. Surprisingly, I don't like it because the water gets dirty or whatever this time of year, murky. I like it because I like when the water is clear, like when it's been a dry fall, which is not often, but it happens. But the clearer, the better, typically for this here. There they are. Number 2. Everybody's favorite but me. Good old DC9. Except I didn't do a full on orange belly like regular DC9. I did a greeny bone. Not greeny, orangey bone belly. And then did I wish this damn. How do you get camera? Who makes a camera that'll focus? Who makes the best webcam that focuses on stuff? How do you do that? Somebody tell me. I guess I got too much stuff in the frame. I need to have not much stuff. It's too busy. Anyway, this one has green iridescent in the bars. You probably can't see it unless you see it in live format, but you got your triple dotted eyes. These are sexy. I tried to paint a DC9 that I would fish, and I would throw this one. It is sexual. I would throw it. I would fish this one. And Burns did the extra pointy noses on them, so they run extra good. These are legit. So these are immaculate. And it's not an exact DC, like it's not a clone. It's just my interpretation of it. What else we got? Oh, I had some other items laying around that I got a little silly on. So this needed to be done. This needed to happen. That needed to happen. So that had to happen. This also needed to happen. This also needed to happen. When the boys out in Texas catch wind of this, their dicks are going to shoot out of their pants. And when the Coosa boys get a load of this, their dicks are going to shoot out of their pants. There you go. So if you notice above the scales, the crack scales, there's painted scales. So here's why these are a pain in the dick. Is because you have to base coat the bait, paint it, simple crawl pretty much, lay your scales down, and then I paint it again. So I put scales on the top, I shade the sides, and basically paint it twice on top of putting the scales on. So you paint it, scale it, repaint it, then clear coat it. So it's basically a 3-step process. Then we did a regular, oh, dude, that son of a bitch right there will catch their ass. I'm gonna have to order myself some DTs and do this. The shrimp's done. The little shrimpy's done. But I ordered these. When I don't remember when, months. But yeah. Like you're ever in the boat and you're like digging around for a crankbait and you're like, I don't know what I want to throw. Like this eliminates that. Like I don't know that there would ever be a time when you want to throw a DT6 and you're like, not really feeling that. Not really feeling the sex appeal. Maybe it's early in the spring. Not really feeling that. Wrong. That's what you're looking for. That is what you're looking for. I did feel extra froggy because I didn't have. I've been saving those for that exact purpose. So I just finally got around to it. Tyler, did you see these? There you go, Strike King. What you should have done. What you should have given the people. Yeah, those are glorious. Glorious. So we got DTs, we got hybrid hunters. We got I do have the Burns foils. I gotta get to work on those at some point. I needed some ingredients. I ordered. It's not in here, but I finally broke down and ordered the appropriate flake to do certain colors. So certain colors require the correct cut, glitter, and size. And I don't collect glitter. I have some. I mean, I've got a lot, but I've never ordered like I have glitter just because I can go out and like find it somewhere. It's not like that specific to where I order a specific cut and size of glitter. But I did. So I ordered the appropriate glitter to do moon glow. I ordered the appropriate glitter to do Lucky Craft Bull Brim, the black square cut. I ordered the glitter to do Flitter Shad, which is the square cut silver, and I ordered square cut gold. So if I need to do a Flitter Shad on something, I can. If I need to do Moon Glow, I can. Or if I need to do a Bull Brim, now I can do it with the appropriate glitter. So I'm happy about that. That's been bothering me for like every time I do a bull brim and put the regular like hex glitter on it. I was like, man, that just needs to be square cut, and it did, but it didn't. It didn't. I guess it didn't bother me enough that I was going to go get online and pay shipping to have a little jar of square cut glitter sent to my house. But I did it. I did it now. Now's the time. It's time to grow up and put the right glitter. So, and I've had moon glow on my brain lately, and I don't know why. Trim the hexagons to squares. Yeah, that's why I haven't been getting much done. I've been creating this mechanism to cut all the corners off of my hex glitter. It's like a press, and I load the glitter inside the press, and it's a square cut die, and I just load them, pop it. So I've got all the tooling for that has been made, and I'm able to trim my own hex cut glitter now to square, the old-fashioned way. So that's what we got going on here. I did DT6s, hybrid things, did me a shrimp, DC9s, chartreuse crawl, tom, whatever. Been trimming glitter for a week. Finally can do one bait side correct. That's like one of those Morgan. It's like one of those bad news Brian memes where it's like cuts glitter for a week, sprinkles it on bait, no glitter sticks. It's all on the ground. Wasn't that his name? Bad News Brian. It was always, dude. That was like the funniest meme ever when memes became a thing. Bad Luck Brian. Maybe I think it was Bad Luck Brian. Those always entertain me the most. Let's see. What else? That's a fishy batch over there at Burns's. Watched the channel a couple times, really like it, never made a comment. Claude! Eastern North Carolina. Come on, Claude. Thank you for introducing yourself. We always welcome new names and faces. Thanks for saying something. Eastern North Carolina. Claude, are you a cranker? You like to, you got a few poes over there? I guess it depends on your age. If you're a young man or an older man, odds are if you're from the Carolinas, you probably loaded with poes. You probably screwed up a bunch trying to frit some out, drilling them in the throats. Mike, you've been laying low, dude. Where you been? Claude's got them. Claude's got the pose. You got some lures? You ever eat at Speedy's Barbecue? Some bushes that we all know? 59. Oh, yeah, you got them. You came up in the glory days. Claude knows the juice. He probably ate at Speedy's. Mike, I probably need to show the juice to you. Since you're new, since you're just rolling in, full size root, KB2. Juicy. Juice. Chowing down on some Charlie's cheesecake and cheese fries. Damn. Had a lot of barbecue. I heard that. Busy with work. That ain't worth a pinch, Mike. You're going to be out of time and your lake's going to be frozen over, bro. Claude, rule number 1 is when this little BBC dweeb gets in here, flame him. Flame him. Mike, is that a pun? Is that a pun? Rule number 1, blast BBC. Can we put BBC on blast when he's doing his family well by taking his siblings out to catch brim in his boat, in his craft? Rule number 1 of Tacklecraft, flame BBC. Rule number 2, Tacklecraft does not exist. True. It was 80. Still got 4 to 5 weeks. Damn, that's awesome. Oh, I still got. Where is it? I still got paint. This is the green that I put in the bars. So if you notice that shade of green, it shows up better in my arm, but it's actually in the bars on the side. Yeah, it's kind of like Fight Club over here. Didn't mean for it to be a fun. That was uh, good timing. The KB2 is killer. Uh, he's taking a lot of shite on these streams. I think his character building makes him stronger. Switch back to Apple Barrel. Yes. When you start seeing the Apple Barrel thumb, AJ, you'll know. You'll know that the tides have turned backwards. Bobby, I actually sent him. I asked him in his Instagram story. I said, "What's that little bait in the back?" I don't care about the Chad Shad. What's the bait in the back? And he sent me a picture of it. He says, "My take on convict." I said, "You did pretty good. Like it looks, it's a good, you know, iteration of convict." And he's like, "Is that a compliment?" And I was like, "I mean, it's an ugly ass color. Like to me, it's a terrible color and very boring and just meh. But besides that, you did a good job doing it." And he's like, "Wow." I guess it was. I said, I mean, yeah, it's a compliment, but it's still ugly. Character development. Uh, Fishing has been terrible. It's stuck in turnover. It needs to get cold. Ouchie. It's not good. He is. BBC is definitely developing his skill set. If he can get, yeah, he's experimenting, AJ, with different eye techniques. You call them Dixon eyes. I was thinking whatchamacallit eyes. Uh, Rob helmet head, Lord Helmet, Rob Cochran uh, eyes, jawjacker eyes. But I guess it could be Dixon. I guess their placement would be more Dixonish. I don't know how he does. I don't know if he connects his eyes as a uni eye, or if he separates them. He might do. I don't know. I just know Rob does the one unison eye. Um, the tip of the nose. I feel like I feel like if these were going to be Dixon eyes, he would have done them under where I did them. Would that be appropriate? He would do it between the lip and the nose. Under, which is cool. I like it because the guys said, "How can I stand out? How can I make these eyes different? I'll put them lower than anybody." Well, Dixon, I'm going to put mine so low. They're on the damn throat. Suck it. I'm going to put mine so low. I'm going to put them on the tip of the bill. Painted many fat cats. Claude, I have painted hundreds and hundreds of Bagleys, and I can probably count on one hand the number of fat cats that I've painted, and I can probably count them on these three fingers. I don't, very rarely does anybody send me a fat cat. if ever. Really odd for me to get a fat cat. Really odd. I was looking through Hella's Big M collection. I can see your pupil progression. There shouldn't have been any that were that terrible. Unless he got some goobies. Still, I guess the more I practice, the better I get. Pupil progression. They kept getting smaller. It depends. Yeah, sometimes it depends on how much I load the daughter. I go in phases. Like these are pretty small. Like as a whole. Sometimes I do a big yellow and then do a little small dot. I'm all over the place. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in. These are pretty appropriate, size appropriate. I didn't go too big or too small. These the pupils I did a little bigger. Claude, send me an email, tacklecraft@gmail.com, or you can message me on Facebook or Instagram under Tacklecraft, and we can talk about these fat cats. And more so, I would like to talk to you about what you actually do with them, because I've never found a time and a place or really understood what a fat cat did or what it was for. Got a few, but never really understood the bait. I just stuck to the killer bees and B2s and 3s, things of that nature. Now, if you had smooths to get painted, we'd have problems. Or ETs, even worse. Trying to sell the same time we decided the fat cats suck. I honestly, I love hearing that one of those like really weird oddity. It's not an oddity. They made a million of them, but it's one of those odd baits that never, like you always saw, but you never really fished or knew anybody that did or knew anybody that liked it. But if you did, you probably would have fished it more. But anyway, all right, I got to go relieve Jiggy from baby duty. So I will talk at you boys later. Campers, be looking for an email. I should be able to post these up now, probably this evening. So they'll be good. Good talking to everybody. They're great in a lot of lakes around here, especially when the water is in the bushes. They come around the bush, right? Claude, we'll talk. We'll talk more about this. Set time? No, not yet. Not yet. But yeah, y'all have a good weekend. A lot of people collect fat cats. Yeah, I think they're cool looking. Like as a collection, like when you have a bunch of fat cats in a display, they're cool. But like I said, I've never really found their place. All right, boys. See y'all later. Adios.